Hey Superstars, it is Katie Varner here, your Superstar Director. I just got home probably about 45 minutes ago or so, maybe an hour ago, from Scentsie's Leadership Retreat. Yay! So I put on my pajamas and came and ate something really quick and then came in here to talk to you. So I'm looking pretty rough. I apologize for that, but it was important for me to, even though I was flying home today and knew it was going to be a long day, it was important for me to get on here and talk with you about this topic for whoa, I made that worse. Talk about this topic for 2017. So first of all, thank you for joining me, whether you're hanging out with me live right now or you're watching the playback. If you have team members who maybe can't make it tonight, don't worry, I am going to save this to my camera roll and then upload it to our YouTube channel. So they will be able to access this recording easily that way, or they will be able to access the recording here on our YouTube channel. It will store the live videos. So if you ever want to see past videos, all you have to do is go to here, our Facebook page, and then click on photos, and then click videos, and all of the videos will be there that you can scroll through. So that's an easy way to find those. So hi to everyone joining us. Let's see, Victoria, Vanessa, Jessica, Brittany, Holly, Laura. I'm so excited to see you guys on here live. Hi, Jessica. All right, so I am feeling super duper inspired, really pumped for 2017. I always think it's so, I don't know, leadership comes at the perfect time. Because here's the thing, after busy season, I'm sure you guys can relate, after busy season, you just kind of feel like, oh, just kind of tired, especially after Stargaze too. Like, whoo, it was a busy, crazy season. So I love leadership because it recharges my batteries and it gets me pumped about the direction that Scentsie's headed in 2017 and just gets me so just recharged. Oops, I'm pulling this out. It just gets me so recharged for the new year. And I was just filled and inspired. And so I'm hoping that that will be poured into you tonight. So what I want to talk to you about tonight is, as we're beginning this new year, 2017, I want you to really understand and really embrace the opportunity that we have. We have a blank slate right now, like as plain as my shirt, right? This is a completely blank page in the chapter of our life, or in the story of our lives. This is a new chapter, a new opportunity for us to embrace our lives and really achieve the things that we want and live the life that we want. And I want you to understand how powerful you are in this concept. A lot of people get stuck in this mindset that they're just wandering aimlessly through life and they have no control over what happens to them or whether or not they achieve or live the certain life that they want to live. And that couldn't be any more untrue. You have so much power over what you do and how you live. And I want you to really understand that. And I want you to promise me that in 2017, what you want is going to become a priority to you. What your family needs is going to become a priority to you. And that you are going to embrace and own the opportunities that you have. And you are not going to allow outside sources, outside effects to determine what your life and what your business is going to look like. You are in the driver's seat. Embrace it, own it, and never forget it. So we're going to talk about the power of decisions, the power of our words tonight. So first I want to talk about something that Mel Robbins shared at Leadership, and that was the power of a decision. And understanding that as we go through life, personally and professionally, that the different phases of our lives require a different us. For example, let's say that you're raising toddlers right now. Who can relate to that? Give me some hearts or some thumbs up. Who can relate to that? Who's raising toddlers right now? I hate the Facebook delay. Like, why do you have to have such a delay, Facebook? Not cool. So those of you raising toddlers, I know there's tons of you in our family here. You know, right? I'm sure you understand this, but you've never thought about it in this way. The you are right now raising toddlers isn't the you necessarily have to be when you're raising teenagers. The you who was working a career before you had children is different than the you that you need to be now staying home raising your children. The you before Scentsy is different than the you now with Scentsy. The you now who wants to achieve what you said you wanted to achieve in 2016 needs to be different. So we need to remember that. You have to ask yourself here at the start of this new year, what do I actually want for my life? What do I actually want for my Scentsy business? And understand, like I said earlier, you have the power within to do that. So don't let yourself become afraid to say, this is what I want. This is what we need. And this is what I'm going to do. Okay? So understand that once you decide what you want, what you truly want from your business, and again, whether you want $50 a month, you want, one gas tank worth of gas a month, or you want $5,000 a month, they are equally as important here in our family, because whatever you want, I want for you. No matter how big, no matter how small, every goal matters. So I want you to really know, if you don't already know, what you want from your business in 2017. What do you want? So then you need to ask yourself, if this is what I want, this is what we need as a family or what have you, what do I need to change about me to achieve that? That's I think the hardest part of this whole thing I'm going to ask you to do tonight. Well, I don't know about the hardest, but it's definitely up there. It's one of the hardest things that I'm going to be asking you to do tonight. But I want you to bear with me. I want you to just try it. I want you to step out in faith and understand the place that I'm coming from, the experience that I'm coming from when I'm asking you to do this. I would never ask you to do something that isn't going to help you. I would never ask you to do something. I would never ask you to just be uncomfortable for no stinking reason. There's a reason, and it will serve its purpose. I promise you, if you just trust me, trust the process, and just do it. So ask yourself, what do I need to change about me to achieve what I want personally and professionally in 2017? And I want you to know this as well. Something that Mel talked about that really hit home for me, and I wanted to share with you. She said that oftentimes we think confidence is something that's just born. Like you might see someone and think, oh, that Edie Ann, we watch Edie on YouTube and she's awesome and she seems so confident. She must be, that just must be her natural ability. No, confidence is not a born gift. Confidence is something that we develop. It is a skill that we take time and energy and action to develop. You might have heard me say before that action is the only thing that kills fear. It's really true, because the more times you do something, the less scary that thing becomes. Your action dulls that fear. And it's the same thing with your confidence. Action is one of the main things that is actually going to build your confidence. Stepping out and acting and doing this thing. Like, oh, my Lumi just turned itself off. Is it dead? I guess it's dead. Sorry, guys. So anyway, what I was saying is action, the act of doing something, is how you're proving to yourself that you have the ability to do it. And every time you do it, you get better and better and better. In fact, when I was at leadership, I was talking with a girl who wants to make YouTube videos, but she's so intimidated. She has such a hard time with it. And I told her, go back and watch my first YouTube video. It was, way different than they are now. I came across way differently. My whole energy was different. You will develop your skills and develop your confidence every single time you act. So you will prove to yourself that your ideas, what you want, and what you're doing truly, truly matter, and you will become greater and greater every time you act. So I wanted to talk about that, the power of a decision. Now let's kind of move into the power of our words and our thoughts. Okay, so I know we have a lot of people live. I'm so excited. I'm so glad you came and joined, and I hope that you're making notes and you're feeling something from this, because I really felt something from all of this. So let's talk about the power of our words. We talked about the power of our decisions. Let's talk about the power of our words. I want to challenge you to take this on and really own this and really get after it. And I want to challenge you to do this, because you are going to be reprogramming your life. You are going to be reprogramming your mind if you do what I suggest you do today. Okay, so let's talk about this. Let's talk about our thoughts. Do you know that the average person has 60,000 thoughts in one day? That's a lot of thoughts, right? The average person has 60,000 thoughts in a day. Do you know that of those 60,000 thoughts, 50,000 thoughts are negative? Who's watching this right now and is willing to click a like, click a heart, and tell me, you know what? I can see that in my life. I can see in my life that, yes, I have a lot of thoughts a day and a high percentage of them are negative, and I don't like it. I 100% am willing to raise my hand and say that I do that. I totally do that. And so this message is not just for y'all, it's for me too. I need to hear this too. So I'm willing to say, I don't know if anybody else is, I haven't seen any thumbs up yet. I know there's a delay, but 60,000 thoughts a day and 50,000 are negative. So that means 80% of an average person's thoughts are negative. In such a negative world, that is the last thing we need, is more negativity just festering in our minds, right? So let's talk about positive statements. When we talk about positive statements and we talk about these positive affirmations, what is an affirmation? An affirmation is, the actual description of it is, an affirmation describes a desired goal and, describes a desired goal. Describes a desired goal and are often repeated until impressed upon your subconscious mind. So that is what a positive affirmation is. A positive affirmation describes a desired goal, and they are often repeated until impressed on a subconscious mind. So that is a positive affirmation. That is the actual definition of one. So if we know that that's the definition, what does it actually do? It actually will, and it will push your mind to accept what you're saying as truth. So let's talk about that for a second. If you're saying, which I hear all the time from people, I share this business opportunity and no one wants it. What kind of affirmation is that? Is that a negative affirmation? Is that a negative thought? Or is that a positive affirmation? So if we know that our mind accepts what we're affirming as truth, as fact, if I'm saying I share this business opportunity with people and they don't want it, or if I say people just don't want to book parties in my town, or if I say none of my friends support what I do, or I can't make a good YouTube video, or I suck at party presentations. If I say these things, my mind is going to accept these things as truth. That is the fact of your negative thoughts, what they will do. So do you want to accept those negative thoughts as truths, or do you want your mind to accept positive thoughts as truths? If you're really ready for 2017 to be more, I'm ready for 2017 to be more. I want my life to be better in 2017, both personally and professionally. That's why I chose the word flourish. I want to flourish in my walk with the Lord. I want to flourish in my marriage. I want those two areas to really, really flourish in my professional or my personal life. And so when I think to myself, if I'm having an average of 60,000 thoughts a day and 50,000 are negative, that 80% negative. How is that going to flourish? No, I have to reprogram my thinking. I have to reprogram my thinking, and that is going to reprogram my life and the patterns in which I'm living my life. Does that make sense? Are y'all feeling me on this? I haven't seen one thumbs up or heart yet. I don't know if like my phone's just not showing them to me or what. But I don't know. Maybe nobody's feeling me. Okay, so we're going to talk about positive affirmations. So an example that I gave you earlier was I share the business opportunity all the time and nobody wants it. Nobody wants to take me up on it. That's an example of a negative thought that I hear all the time from consultants. So what would be a positive affirmation of that? Like what would be the polar opposite of that? The first thing that comes to my mind is I share the business opportunity with ease. I share the business opportunity with ease. I share the business opportunity with ease and people love to hear what I'm sharing. That would be a positive affirmation right there, right? So think about what are the things that I'm saying, not only in my life, but in my business. What negative statements am I making that I am forcing my mind to accept as truth that is just not true and that is getting in my way and hindering my success? I want you to sit down tonight and I want you to ask yourself that question as soon as we're done here. Maybe you already know what it is. Maybe it's like so clear and present and you're just like, bam, there it is. That's what it is. Great. Write it down because you are going to destroy that thought this year. 2017, we're saying bye, Felicia, to those thoughts, right? Okay, so think about it. What am I saying? What are these negative thoughts that are just like taking over my mind and making me believe them as truths for my business and my personal life? I really want to challenge you to do that. So here's some tips. Once you've got your negative statements, your common negative statements, and let me add this as a side note, you're probably not going to think of them all right now off the cuff. Like tomorrow, you might be sitting there like doing something. Maybe you're going to message somebody to ask them to host a party with you. And then all of a sudden, a negative thought comes to your mind and you're like, oh my gosh, this is one of my negative thoughts that I that I like didn't even remember that I do. So you need to write that down. I want you for the next week, 2 weeks, to be in a conscious state of paying attention to your thoughts and taking captive any thoughts that are negative and writing them down so we can combat those negative thoughts with I can statements. So let's talk about some of these affirmations. So some tips when you're working on your affirmations. So you'll have your negatives. So let's combat each of those with a positive affirmation. So here's some tips as you're working on those positive affirmations for yourself. So the first one is make the affirmations short. The shorter the better, because this is something that you're going to be retraining your brain. You're going to be reprogramming your brain to think this way. So it has to be something short and snappy and easy to say. So for example, like instead of saying, I'm not sick anymore, I could say, I am healthy, I am well, something like that. That's a polar opposite positive affirmation, right? So make them very short so they're easy to create a mantra out of. You also want to make sure that they're in present tense, never past tense or future. They need to be present tense, like I am currently doing this thing. So it wouldn't be like, let's say that it was nobody wants to host parties with me was your negative affirmation or your negative statement. You wouldn't want your positive affirmation to be in 2017, people are going to book more parties with me. That wouldn't be a positive affirmation because that would be almost future, speaking of the future. So you want it in present tense. So if you were having a struggle with a negative thought of no one ever wants to book parties with me, you would want to say, people love hosting parties with me. My hostesses love doing parties with me. That would be an example of a short, present tense affirmation. Of course, super obvious one here, but you want to keep it positive. A positive affirmation is not a positive affirmation without it being positive, right? So we've got to keep it positive. This is so weird, y'all. I don't know why no comments or anything are coming up. It's making me very sad. I'm sure people are commenting by now, but it's literally just telling me who's here. So I'm sorry if you're commenting and I'm not answering you. Like literally not one comment, not one thumbs up, nothing is showing up, and I don't know why. So sorry about that. I don't know what's going on, but if you've commented, I'm so sorry if I haven't answered you. It's not that I'm ignoring you. I legit cannot see it. Okay, and so our fourth and final tip for our positive affirmations is repeat them often. So really easy. Your affirmations need to be short, they need to be present tense, they need to be positive, and they need to be repeated often. That is how you are going to retrain your brain. What do you think this is going to do? If you truly took this information and applied it to your life and you said, you know what, I am going to think more positively. I am going to I'm going to set a goal for myself for 2017. I'm going to determine what exactly I want for my business. Because here's the thing, y'all. If you don't have a goal for what you want for your business in 2017, what do you think is going to happen? I can tell you because I've seen it year after year, month after month, day after day. If you do not set a goal for your business, then you are going to accept doing nothing. You are going to accept not working your business. You are going to accept the third and final month that you're trying to get yourself active, just letting yourself go inactive because you don't know better. Like you haven't experienced getting paychecks. You haven't experienced setting a goal and achieving it. So you don't know what you're missing. So I want to beg you, first things first for 2017, what do you want from your business? $50 a month, $500 a month, $1,000 a month, $5,000 a month. What do you want? And if you don't know how to set a realistic goal for yourself, talk to your sponsor. You know, I would say if right now you're in a place where like literally you just barely keep yourself active, I would say a good goal would be setting a goal of earning $200 a month every month. I think that would be a great goal. If you're just getting started and or maybe you've been around for a while and you just haven't done much with your business, I would say $200 a month would be a great place to start. And then once you see that you're earning that consistently, bump it up, maybe double it, go to $400 a month. So like I said, if you're having a struggle with determining what you want your goal to be, remember, do not be embarrassed. Do not feel like your goal has to be way up here. It doesn't, y'all. Every single goal is important. Your daughter's dance class, your son's t-ball, a tank of gas, your hair color each month, or your mortgage. It doesn't matter. What matters to you? What gets you excited? What makes your tummy feel like you have butterflies in it because you're like, yes, if I do that, I'm going to feel good about myself. I'm going to feel powerful and strong, and I'm going to feel like I'm helping my family and I'm contributing and I'm a freaking rock star badass. Like, what's going to make you feel like that? Do it. Set it as your goal. Okay. So number one, set your goal for 2017. What do you want from your business? If you need help, ask. I'm sorry. The power of a decision. Remember how important your decisions are every single day, to remember what you want and then make those decisions to work towards it. Make the decision to be self-reflective and ask yourself, who do I need to be to achieve what I want? If I want that, who do I need to be in this? Pray about it. Ask God. Seek His guidance. Who do I need to be in 2017? Because if you're thinking only about, like, let's say you want to promote to director in 2017, ask yourself, who do I need to be the kind of person who promotes to director? Who do I need to be? What do I need to do for others? How do I need to serve others to be the person who will promote to director in 2017? Does that make sense? It's so hard because I don't know if y'all are digging this because I'm not getting anything. Facebook, why are you, Bob? Why are you being like so uncool and not giving me comments or anything? I wonder if it'll let me, see, like it'll even let me make a comment. So weird. But anyway, So that was our first section there. And then our second section, we're talking about reprogramming our life, taking power over our thoughts, remembering that we can retrain our brain and we don't have to accept the average mediocrity of 80% negative thoughts a day. No, we can seize those thoughts. We can take them captive and we can change them. We can train our brain to stop those negative thoughts in their tracks. So remember your affirmation tips. Make them short, present tense, keep them positive, and repeat them often. So now I want to get to the real challenge. So our first challenge, of course, is to determine what you want from your business in 2017. But the next piece of that challenge is, stop. The first challenge is to determine what you want from your business in 2017. The second challenge is to think, what are these negative things that I'm speaking over my life and my business that I need to cut out and eliminate? Make a list of them. Come up with your positive affirmations to combat those. So that's challenge 2. Determine your goal for 2017. What are your negative mantras that you're repeating to yourself and creating positive affirmations to combat those? And then our third and final challenge. And this is something we did last year, and I'm so happy to do it again because I can't tell you, all year long, it was so inspiring and like just freaking awesome to hear all year long people talking about this right now. So last year, at the start of the new year, we did another training similar to this, and we talked about I can and I can't statements. So how many times are you hearing yourself say these negative things? I want you to look at your list of all of your negative statements, and I want you to write on a piece of paper every single one of those in an I can't statement. So like, for example, what I gave earlier, maybe you say, nobody wants to book parties with me. Make that an I can't statement. So say, I can't book parties. Maybe you feel like you can't sponsor people. I can't sponsor anyone. Anything that is a negative thought about your business or your personal life too, because this is just as important. Any negative thoughts that you have on your list, I want you to write on pieces of paper and make I can't statements out of them. Once you have all of your I can't statements, I want to challenge you to destroy them. Whether you have a fire pit in your backyard and you go and you burn them, so therapeutic. We did this last year at our team meeting locally here. We wrote out all of our I can't statements and we took them in the backyard and we burned them all in the fire pit, and it was so therapeutic. So if you can and you have the ability, burn your I can't statements. If you don't, wad them up, throw them in the trash, rip them up. Do something that's going to be therapeutic to destroy those I can't statements, because today moving forward, those negative thoughts that we're making into I can't statements, you are not going to say them anymore. And I hope that you agree with me and you draw this line in the sand with me. And together we say, no, I'm done with the negative thoughts. Even like your personal life, man. Like maybe you just feel like I'm stuck in a rut with my weight and I just can't lose weight. I can't lose weight. I can't be thin. That's a freaking negative statement that we need to throw out the window. So that better be written down and you better destroy that. This is a new year, a new blank chapter, and we are going to own this and we are going to take the power back together. Okay, so every single negative thought that you come up with for your personal life or your professional life, I don't care if you have 500 I can't statements. I want you to write them all out and then destroy them. And I would love to hear about it. Like I would love for you to come here on our team page and comment on this video and tell me how you destroyed your I can't statements, how many you came up with and how you destroyed them. I'd love to see a picture of you destroying your I can't statements. So therapeutic. Just like I said, please just step out, be brave, do this, own this, try it. It's going to be so worth it. So, for all of your I can't statements, you are going to be making I can statements. So just like we have our negative thoughts that we've written out and then our positive affirmations, this is what you're going to be, this is going to be your mantra. This is going to be what you're saying. The affirmation is going to be what you're saying to yourself. So like making Post-its and putting them up in places you can see them until they're really part of your day. Like when you're getting ready in the morning, like I want you to say to yourself, I can book parties. My hostesses love doing parties with me. I share the business opportunity with ease. Your mantras, your positive affirmations need to be something that you consistently say every day. We're retraining our brains. We're reprogramming our minds. That takes time. So don't just do this for 2 days. Don't just do this a week. Don't just let this be another, what's the word? New Year resolution. Don't let that happen. You hold the power. So keep it and seize it. Okay, so what I want you to do is take those positive affirmations and make I can statements according to those. So like, what are things you want to accomplish in your business? They don't necessarily have to all match up. Like you might have 3 positive affirmation statements, but you might have 15 I can statements. They're different. I can statements are basically goals, achievements that you want to achieve throughout the year. So maybe you want to promote to lead consultant. I can promote to lead consultant. Maybe you want to earn the next incentive. You saw me at leadership and you want to earn the next incentive. I can earn the next incentive. Think about whatever you want to accomplish in your business in 2017. I can have a $2,000 PRV month. I can make $500 in 1 month. I can recruit 5 people in 2017. Just some examples here for you. I want you to write as many I can statements as you want for your business. And then I want you to put them in a vase or a jar or a bowl, something to where when you achieve that thing, you can pull it out and you can have a celebration. You can say, yes, I did it. I knew I could do it. I spoke life. I spoke greatness. I spoke positivity into my life in 2017. I said I can, and I freaking did. You have no idea how many people throughout 2016 would message me and say, I just achieved another one of my I can statements. I just promoted to director, or I just earned the trip, or I just sold $2,000 in PRV this month. Like, it is the best feeling to speak that life and say, I'm going to do this, and then do it. So, I know it might seem like scary. And to some of you, it might even seem fluffy and silly. But our success, 100%, I believe, with every ounce of me, that our success isn't here. It isn't in this outside world that we're living in. It's not outside sources that determine our success. It is this right here. This determines your success. And when I say success, I don't mean $5,000 a month. I say your success. Whether you want $50 a month or $5,000, that's success, right? Whatever you want. So if you don't have this screwed on straight, if you don't have the power and the control over this, and you're always saying, I can't, you never will. So let's start 2017 off on the right foot. Let's throw out last year's chapter. If you aren't happy with last year, throw it out. It's done. It's over. This is a new blank chapter in your story, and you hold the pen. You determine what every page, every letter says. Every single word you're gonna write. So throw out the negative. Get rid of those I can statements. Destroy them. I want to hear about it. We want to hear about it. Think of every single negative thought. Own it, get rid of it, destroy it, and replace it with a positive affirmation. and then create your I can statements. And let's celebrate those all year. I want to hear when you accomplish an I can statement 6 months from now, come to our team page, post a selfie with your I can statement and say, I did it. Like, this is not a one-time thing. We're not talking about this tonight and then never talking about it again. This is all year long. We are going to own our thoughts. We are going to destroy the negative, replace it with positive, and our mantra is going to be that. We can. And that is how together we are going to achieve our word of the year, which is flourish. I want to see you flourish personally and professionally. I want to flourish personally and professionally. I want that for you, and I want that for me. And when I say the word flourish, like somebody asked me that actually at leadership, and they said, what do you mean by the word flourish? Like, what does flourish mean to you? And I said, for me, when I think about the word flourish, I think about just straight up owning it, thriving in the environment. So like when I say I want to flourish in my marriage, I want my marriage better, I think I want us deeper connected. I want us kinder. I want us putting each other first more. That's flourish to me in my marriage. When I think of flourish for our team, I think of you owning it, you achieving what you want, not what you think I might want for you, but what you want for you. I want you owning that. I want you confident. I want you joyful. I want you proud. I want you feeling like, yes, I am doing this for my family and it feels so good. I want you achieving your goals. To me, that is how we flourish together. We're in this together. And I just love it. And I'm so grateful for it. So it was so difficult for me. See, look, it says 50 comments so far, but it won't show me the comments. Golly, I'm so sad that I can't see your comments, guys. Please don't feel like I ignored you. I'm so sorry. Like, I literally don't see any comments, any thumbs up, nothing. It just says conversation starter, 50 comments. I can't see any of them. So anyway, I'm sorry that I can't answer your questions or anything because I can't see them, but I'll go back and look through them and stuff. But thank you for watching. Thank you for participating. Thank you for trusting me and trusting this process, trusting Mel Robbins with what I shared from her, trusting this process and just stepping out and being willing to be vulnerable and say, you know what? Yeah, I'm more negative than I want to be. Yeah, I need to seize and capture these negative thoughts and replace them with positive, and I'm going to do it. Like, let's do this together. Together we are better. Together we can do more. Together we can achieve more. Together we are stronger. And I can't wait to see what 2017 holds for us. So thank you for joining me for tonight's Live Thursday. Remember, this is something we do every other Thursday. So not next Thursday, but the following. One of our directors, it's either me or one of our directors usually. So next time, it's going to be one of our amazing directors sharing her training with you. And we try to keep these a good 30, 45 minutes at the most. So it's snappy, it's helpful, and you can join us live. And like I said, the live feed is going to be saved here in our team page, but I also will be uploading it to our YouTube channel. So you can go back there and watch it, or tag your team members here, or you can even go to the YouTube channel once it's up and copy and paste that link and email it to your team, however you feel like sharing it, if you feel like sharing it, which I hope you do. And I hope that tonight's topic blessed you and got you excited for a new year, because it really... last year doing this, it was just so powerful. And I'm excited to see with our bigger family the power that it can have. So let's flourish. Let's own 2017 and make it the most positive, most wonderful year that we have all ever had. Good night, superstars. I'll see you later.